Sunday, January 18th, and we get two more games in the NFL playoffs for this weekend with the Chicago Bears hosting the LA Rams, and in the early game, we get the Patriots hosting the Houston Texans. And in this video, I'm going to be giving you the four best player props for those games on top of who is going to win, who is going to lose, the unders, the overs over on the Sportsbook. So make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you're locking in and get ready to go bananas.
Sub to the channel, we drop picks on the daily, dropping knowledge every day, and you don't have to pay me, we just keep stacking wins while the rest moving lazy.
Now, before we get rocking and rolling and going over all the free plays I have cooked up for you for Sunday, go on ahead and smash that like button. It's a great way to support the channel, and make sure you subscribe because I drop these every single day. But the single most important thing that you can do for yourself, for your wallet, go down below and visit my buddy Stan down in the description, because he's got ways for you to lock in these plays without coming out of pocket at all. And he's going to send you on over here to the Stan.store, where you can sign up for any of these apps to get your free money and a $100 deposit match, $200 on Better. But you get a free 10, a free 20 on Sleeper, a free 20 on Chalkboard, and a free 10 there on Better. And then that bet 5, get 50. Great ways for you to take advantage so you don't have to come out of pocket for any of these plays. And that is very crucial because you can build your bankroll with those deposit matches as well. It's a great, great strategy to get all of that extra money in your bankroll for you to play with. Now, on top of that, sign up for any of those apps, sign up for all 6, and you get 30 days of premium plays per sign-up. So that's a total of 6 months of premium that you could get for absolutely free. So take advantage. Send me the proof through the number below, and I will send you a code for a free 30 days of premium plays. That big, beautiful golden W is exactly where I drop those plays. And I also drop free plays every single day, bonus free plays, cheat sheets every single day, tons and tons of value over there. So get on over there if you want more free plays every single day. Now, let's get back over. Let's talk about what we did on Saturday. Saturday was crazy, and we got to dive in. I got so excited about all of the plays that I have to interrupt because I forgot to go ahead and drop the disclaimer in here so YouTube hopefully doesn't come after us on the back end. Gambling involves significant risk. There are no guarantees of profit, and you can lose some or all your money. The content in this video is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute financial or legal advice. Past performance is not indicative of future results. We are not responsible for any losses that may occur as a result of using the information provided here. Viewers must be 18 or older or legal age in their jurisdiction to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, please seek help. Responsible gambling resources are down below, to include 1-800-GAMBLER in the United States. This video does contain affiliate links. I'm going to show them to you, or I already showed them to you. You get free money. I get a little bit of money because I do receive a commission for signups made through all of those affiliates. And on top of all of that, you get that free 30 days of premium plays. Why do I have to say this? Because YouTube keeps giving me strikes. If I get one more strike, I lose the channel. So that is why I have to read that. So hopefully they leave us alone. Now let's get back to the plays. Let's keep on cooking, and let's have a day. Now we'll get to the free plays, but we have to talk about Saturday. We have to talk about what we just witnessed. Right now, the 49ers are absolutely getting their ass kicked on Saturday night by the Seattle Seahawks, who look leaps and bounds better than the 49ers. I thought this was going to be a tougher divisional game. I truly, truly did. 41-6 in the fourth quarter is embarrassing. They should be ashamed of themselves. I don't care how many injuries you have. This is the divisional round of the playoffs. You are an NFL team. You made it this far, and you are completely laying a goose egg. You look atrocious, and you should really, really be embarrassed. Now, as far as the earlier game, the one I was bigger on, obviously, if you guys have been watching, I had $25,000 on the Bills. Let's have a little moment of silence for that play. It was rough. It was rough. The ending was rough. Everything was rough about it. Premium, we did have some nice W's in there, though. For that, we had over 45.5 in total points, which we smacked on that one. And then we did have a little bit of a safer play here. I liked over 34.5 parlayed up with the Bills plus 3.5. I knew it was going to be a close game. It was a bit of a coin toss of a game, but it didn't shake out in our favor this time. And I just got to wonder, with this, it was rough, guys. 25K, and this is how it went out. I would have rather they got their ass kicked. This is embarrassing. The NFL referees, I don't know what they were looking at. It's not what I was looking at on the screen. Granted, the Buffalo Bills, 5 turnovers. I mean, they gave it to the Broncos. They put it in the refs' hands, and the refs I'm not going to say it was rigged, but all the money was on the Buffalo Bills. We rode with the public on this one, which we typically never do. And it burnt us in the end. I just thought Josh Allen was going to be too good in those big moments, but he did kind of throw that one a little short as well. I do think it was a pass interference on that play. I do think the receiver was down and it wasn't an interception, which would have meant the Bills would have won because they would have been in field goal range. But it was just a rough way to lose. But I mean, they did it to themselves. We'll chalk that one up as a what the fuck moment. I'll be better. That one hurt though, especially just how it ended. It was not a great way to start our day in game one, but we did cash a bunch of player props. I haven't posted them yet for the recap. We cashed a few of those. Our 6-man is live from Friday's video. Actually, I don't know if it's going to cash though, because CMC is banged up and they're down 41-6. He's probably not even going to bother coming back onto the field, if I'm being honest. I would have rather him went down in the first half if he was going to go down. That way, it would have gave us the early exit protection. So not a great way. Like I said, though, we did cash a bunch of premium props. We still have a couple more cooking, and we'll see how it all shakes out. Not a great Saturday compared to what we did last weekend, where we went up 63 units on Sunday alone. We're going to try to do that again in this Sunday. We got to bounce back. I'm sorry. I'm just looking. Yeah, CMC is still at 5 receptions. We had him for 6 in Friday's video. And I honestly don't think he'll be coming back onto the field. So that absolutely sucks, the way that one shook out with the injury. Just some bad luck on Saturday. But Sunday's a new day, and we're here for it. We got 2 amazing games. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm not riding with the public. This video, you're probably going to hear different takes than any other video you watch, because a lot of them, including myself on Saturday, were on the Buffalo Bills. And I'm sure they're going to be riding with the teams that should win, but probably won't. So let's dive in to Sunday. Let's see what we have in store for you. I love these 4 player props. A lot of them, people are talking about them. It's not like yesterday's where we took plays where people weren't talking about them at all. But we got 4 plays that I absolutely love. Let's go over them. Let's talk about it for Sunday. And I got to tell you guys, it sucks getting back in front of the camera after I just laid that goose egg with that 25K on the Bills. Yes, we did have some wins. Yes, it wasn't a complete loss of a day, but just losing 25K on that play, I mean, it's tough to get in front of you guys and spit some more facts here for Sunday, but that's what we got to do. We got to keep on throwing our punches, because we really do land more than we miss. So we're going to try to do that again for you on Sunday. And we got Drake May here for 1 interception. I absolutely love this. If you have a sports book and you want to play this straight up by itself, go on ahead. It's plus 100 odds, which is absolutely beautiful. Houston Texans defense, 3rd in the NFL in interceptions forced. They are going to be a force to be reckoned with. I wouldn't be surprised if they won this game. I was on the Patriots before, but with the way the money's rolling in, I think it's going to be another repeat of what happened on Saturday with the Buffalo Bills. So we'll see. Drake May is a very, very good quarterback, better than Josh Allen, probably not, but the weapons around him are better than what Josh Allen has. So I don't know if it'll be a complete repeat of Saturday, but I do think Drake May is going to struggle in this game. Young quarterback going up against a great defense in a high pressure situation. I think he's going to make a couple mistakes, and I like him to throw an interception here on Sunday. Now, head to head as well, he threw 2 of them last October, 2 years ago now, 2024. So it's definitely in the trends and in the data as well. And as you can see here, 3 of his last 5, 6 of his last 10. The Texans, literally the last, 5 games in a row have gotten an interception. I think they're going to do it again on Sunday. I like Drake May to throw 1 interception here at least on Sunday. And in that same game here, we got Ramondre Stevenson over 14.5 receiving yards. Before we deep dive into that one, though, how crazy is it that Bo Nix broke his bone in his ankle and now he won't even be playing in the championship game? It's almost a walk in the park here for whoever wins this Houston's New England game to go to the Super Bowl, which is insane. My prediction now for the Super Bowl, it was Rams versus Bills. But honestly, after watching the games this weekend, I know Sunday's games haven't happened yet, but I just don't see a way that the Seattle Seahawks aren't probably going and winning the whole entire thing, especially with the Broncos now without Bo Nix. And I just don't think Houston's offense is good enough. Their defense totally is, but I don't know if their offense is good enough, where Seattle has a defense compatible to the Houston Texans with a much, much better offense than the New England Patriots. They got a decent defense, but I don't think they got like too much of a chance. Definitely still have a chance, but I just think Seattle, no matter what team in the AFC makes it to the Super Bowl, Seattle is probably going to win it all. Now, don't get me wrong. If the Rams do win on Sunday, then I do think that the Rams have a high possibility of beating the Seattle Seahawks. It's not going to be a game like it is right now with the 49ers. The Rams are pretty healthy. They got Matthew Stafford. They have an okay defense, and they're used to playing each other. So that game should be crazy to watch. Can't wait for that NFC Championship game if the Rams win. We never know. It's going to be like negative 15 degrees on Sunday. But back into this one. Sorry, went on a little tangent. We'll save it maybe for the Sportsbook play of the day portion. But we got Ramondre Stevenson here, over 14.5 receiving yards. I love this play. He's done it in 7 of his last 10. Averaging that 26.6. Now, the Houston Texans defense, 7th overall in receiving yards allowed. 19th, though, pretty middle of the pack there in the NFL for receiving yards allowed to the running back. And that totally makes sense, right? They get an extremely good pass rush just about every time that they pressure the quarterback. The quarterback has to make quick decisions. And I think the game plan is going to have to be to get the ball out of Drake May's hands quick. So you're going to see a ton of dump downs. So I would not be surprised if he gets like 7-8 receptions in this game, 30-40 yards in this game. 14.5 seems absolutely golden here. He got 75 here in the first week of the playoff games there against the Chargers. Chargers had a good defense as well, 4th in the NFL. So I kind of expect more of the same. So we love him in this one. 14.5 is criminally low. We're taking him all day long for that line. And I think don't be surprised if he gets close to 75 again. I do like him for just 30 or 40 though, but 14.5, super, super free. So we're taking Ramondre Stevenson here over 14.5 receiving yards. And then over in the Chicago LA game, I'm just going kind of against the narrative because the narrative this weekend has been completely bogus. The propaganda machine for the NFL is on full overload right now. They hyped up Josh Allen. We fell for it. I mean, I was on them before I watched any of the kind of like ESPN shows or anything like that. I just thought it was his time to do something. And but the propaganda is on it. The propaganda is all over the weather in this game. They want you to just take the running backs. They don't want anybody to look at the wide receivers, but these are NFL players that play in the cold. Granted, this is close to, if not the coldest NFL game on record. Projected temperatures in Chicago for Sunday. So it will be a little bit wild. Balls will be dropped, but you got to remember it's super warm on the sidelines. They have great heaters, and the players are out there cold for a little bit, but they're still, again, NFL players, and I think they're going to be able to withstand the elements here. So we're taking Luther Burden over 2.5 receptions. You could go Colston Loveland. I do think he has a chance to have a biggish game in this matchup, but I do think Sean McVay, he watches the games just like we do. And Colston Loveland has been Caleb Williams' favorite target. I think that's going to be the game plan in this matchup, is to eliminate the run for the Chicago Bears and to play good defense against Colston Loveland because he has been open downfield game after game. And I think the Rams are going to draw up schemes to guard him. That means Luther Burden should see more targets. So I do love him in this matchup. He's averaging 3.8 in his last 10. He's done it in 9 of his last 10 as well. So we're hammering this one all day long. Luther Burden over 2.5 receptions. And last but not least, Blake Corum here over 7.5 rush attempts. We had him on the play for Friday as well. With CMC not coming back on the field and probably going to finish with those 5 receptions, that play looks like it's going to be a bust. I am sorry. We have had, actually though, overall have had great outcomes with our player props. And I think we're going to ride them harder these coming weeks in premium as well, because I've had more success with those. Well, I can't say all that. I guess I got tunnel vision just because of what happened on Saturday with the Buffalo Bills. It was one game. I got to get over it because last weekend we had a monster weekend, and I'm sure we will have continued success here. But I do think either way, I'm going to be going harder for these player props because I just think they're a little bit easier to call right now, especially as we get later into this NFL season. These teams are all elite at this point, except for the 49ers losing 41-6. It's blowing my mind how bad they're getting beat. I mean, I knew that they were banged up, but it's still a divisional rival in a big division round game, and they just did not show up at all. And kudos to the Seattle Seahawks. They look amazing. But back to this. Blake Corum. I think we're going to ride player props. We've had tremendous success. So I don't want you to get too deterred here and down in the dumps about what's been going on. We've had some good days over on the NFL, and we're going to continue so. So here's Blake Corum, over 7.5 rush attempts. I like him for 10, to be honest with you. 10.2 is his average. Now, I know I said we're going to go against the grain with that weather call there on Sunday, but I still do think that the LA Rams are going to establish the run, and Blake Corum has been very successful on the ground. He's been getting attempts every single week. We went over this one on Friday, but as you can see here, 5 games, these 6 games really would have been in a row. But in that Atlanta game, he went out with an injury, only played like a quarter, maybe a half. I can't fully remember. But he did not play all game. Otherwise, I fully believe that he would have had 6 in a row there over this rush attempt number. Sean McVay likes to use him. He is the RB2, but he gets a ton of carries, and I like him to get a ton more on Sunday. I think he's probably going to get about 12 to 13 in this matchup, 11 on the lower side. I guess 10 would be the lowest I would think that he would go in this matchup. So 7.5, I absolutely love this one against the Chicago Bears defense, who do get pretty pounded on the ground. So I do think that the Rams are going to establish that run, and Blake Corum's going to be a big part of that game plan. Now, where can you lock these ones in? I highly, highly recommend Chalkboard. You get that free $10 with code APE. And on top of all of that, you get a $100 deposit match as well. So get your free 20, get your $100 deposit match. And they do have a free square for Sunday act. Free pick on Chalkboard for Sunday is Matthew Stafford to get just 1 passing yard. So you can add that to this 4-man since we did not take him. It'll be a 5-man now, and you'll get an increased payout as well. So take advantage over on Chalkboard with code APE. Don't forget to send me the proof because you'll get that free 30 days of premium. Just send it down to the number below, and you can lock in with us. Now let's get over to the sports books. Let's talk about who's going to win, who's going to lose, the unders, the overs, everything for Sunday. And you might be a little shocked because I've said otherwise in other videos. And here it is, our free sportsbook play for Sunday. Everybody is all over the New England Patriots. Everybody. Everybody's got them for -3. Everybody's taking them to win the game. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to win or lose, but I do think the Texans keep it close. I don't think that defense is going to let it get too carried away. So we're taking the Texans here +3.5. The money is all over the Patriots. It was all over the Buffalo Bills. It was all over the Seattle Seahawks, who won, but that was a heavy favorite on the day. The money was actually all over the 49ers +7.5 as well. So this is not a public weekend. Last weekend was. It baited everybody into it, and now the books are getting their get back this weekend, and we're going to go against the grain. We're going to fade the public, and we're going to hammer the Houston Texans here +3.5. So lock this one in over on Onyx Odds. You get a free $15 at sign up. And currently right now, they're actually giving away $200. All you have to do is deposit 10. It's literally the best promo on the market. You put $10 in, next thing you know, you got, what is that? $225 in your account to play with. So that's amazing. Amazing value. So make sure you're taking advantage of Onyx Odds and signing up with code FFA. That's all I got for you for Sunday. Sorry if I seem a little down in the dumps. I am a little bit down in the dumps. I just lost 25 grand on the Buffalo Bills pass interference it was a pass interference, an interception that shouldn't have been an interception. So I am a little pissed off, a little down in the dumps. We'll bounce back. We carry on. Losses are part of the game, and I'm pretty used to it by now, but that still does not mean that I don't get pissed off when I do believe we should have won. So thank you guys for all your time. I'll see you in the next free play video. We got college football championship game on Monday. Should be a great, great game. Hopefully it's not too lopsided. We'll talk about it. We'll break it down, and we'll go over it for Monday. But thank you guys for everything. Thanks for the support, and we'll see you in the next free play video.